live. Welcome back to another um, live stream, I guess. So, you can see I'm in a different spot today. It's just because I can't use the device I normally use, so I'll just do it on my computer here. But you can see we have on the stage Trent Well-Don from Well-Don Tanks. How are you going, Trent?
I'm well. Thank you for having me here.
No worries. Should be fun. Before we get started, let's see who's in the stage so far. So we got Fisher's Aquatics World, how you going? Bright Blue number 1, how are you? We got Well-Don in the chat. We got him there, so that's good. Nadal is in the house. We also have Collins Criticave, how you going? Because you're fish, glad to see you here. How you going? And yeah, that's everyone so far. But yeah, pretty good audience. Yeah, it should be interesting. Now, so what have you been up to, Trent?
Well, so in the fishing wise, things are going great. I was chatting in the chat earlier. I've got, I think, 4 females holding eggs right now. My Mullowee crebensis have a spawn that's successful right now. I have my black rams that are looking to spawn. I'm getting if this weekend goes the way I want it to be, I will be practically out of room with fry right now. I've already got 300 fry in the fish room, and I'm probably going to add another 200 this weekend if things go well. So things are amping up.
That's great. Yeah, it's always exciting when some fish breed. So they're cribs, right?
Yes. Yep. So
Yeah.
one of them I have, it's the Mullowee crebensis. My local fish store, the guy I've been working with, he called me one day, told me he brought in a trio. And honestly, I think I had him for 2 weeks. And it was after I saw Aquarium Co-op's video on how to breed crebensis. I set up the tank with the cave facing the corner. The next day, I had the first spawn. And now they just did their second successful spawn. So we're looking forward to having those fry come in the fish room.
That's great. They have lots of babies, don't they?
They can. I don't see. I mean, initial count. So I kind of did the thing where I had like a phone on an angle and I had my flashlight trying to get some video of it. So I think I counted them over. Right now I can count 10 fry, but we'll see how many actually come when they move them out of the cave. So we're definitely looking forward to it, though. It's one of those things of it's the first time I've ever spawned crebensis, and I'm very excited that it's a different type of crebensis that I've never even heard of before until my local fish store brought it in.
On mute. Sorry, I was on mute. So I forgot what I was gonna say. Typical lads.
Don't worry, I don't bite.
That's okay. Yeah. So what was I? Oh yeah. Just to get a clear idea, what's your job? Like what do you work as for a living?
So my day job. So I'm a sergeant in our prison system here in Utah, United States. So I've been there for about 5 years. So the easy answer is I'm a law enforcement officer, but I just work in our prison system. So I like to say I'm a boss, and I like to think I have minions, but I right there with them.
That's an interesting job.
It keeps me busy, that's for sure.
So yeah, by the way, guys, we're in a different location today. You can see 90-liter tank is over there. But yeah, there we go. So, any new people? No. Cool. Another question for you. What was the first ever fish you ever bought?
So so 5 years, it was 5 years ago this month, so Christmas. It was my first Christmas together with my wife. She wouldn't let me keep snakes. That's fine. I kind of get that, but I've always loved snakes. So she bought me a fish tank for Christmas. It's kind of on a whim. Here you can keep fish. And I remember that we went to the local like PetSmart Petco area, and I think we bought like a regular rainbow shark and albino rainbow shark, like 10 tiger. No, let's see, was it tiger barbs? Like picked his catfish and 2 angelfish, and we shoehorned them into this 20-gallon. So I think that's like I would say the first fish that I ever really bought getting into this hobby would have been that ragtag group of fish that I should have never put into a 20-gallon, but I had no idea what I was doing at that time frame. I think all of the fish died, but the original, like the actual coloration of the rainbow shark, the black and the red fins. And I had that rainbow shark for almost 5 years. I just lost him a few months ago, but it was, yeah, that would have been it. It would have been that really odd group of fish. Then as time progressed, I've now built 2 fish rooms and have a YouTube channel. But yeah, that would have been my first fish tank and first fish I ever bought.
Oh yeah. So in your 2 fish rooms, do you have like tanks scattered around the house, like in the living room?
So no, I've been this house I'm in now is where I'm confined to. So we recently about 2 years ago now, I think we moved into this house. Maybe a year ago, we moved into this house. So this is where I built my second fish room. And now here in my office, I have 2 tanks, and that's my maximum capacity. I'm not allowed to add more tanks or spread more tanks around the house. And I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that because it's to put it in perspective too. I could use a really wide angle lens and make my fish room look big, but it's a 56 square feet fish room. So it's 7 by 8 feet is all the space I have in my fish room. So, but I've managed to pack in quite a few tanks in there.
Great work. So yeah, how many tanks do you have altogether?
I think I took a few tanks out of the fish room. I moved some 10 gallons out to move some 20 gallons in. I think in the fish room right now, I'm sitting at 25. And then I have 2 up here. So 27 total tanks. And then if we want to include the pond, that's 28. But I feel like I've with those 28 tanks or whatever we're going to call them, feel like I've maximized my space efficiently rather than just because initially when I built my fish room, it was fit as many tanks as I possibly could into it. And I just didn't care like species or anything. But now I've geared towards things I want to breed. So I've tried to maximize the space for a breeding effort than just keeping all the fish I possibly can.
Yeah, certainly. So our first, we got a question from Radal. What are your future plans for collaborations and the YouTube channel in general?
Collaborations just kind of come as they do. So Lazarus, thank you for having me on here. I know we tried last week. I was at work. So I honestly, I don't seek out for many collaborations. I actually have a hard time impeding on somebody else's work. I never want to take away anything from anybody's doing. So that, I think you're going to see more of me and Guppy Guru doing collaborations. We are so close together. That'll be coming out. And then was it a YouTube channel in general? The goal is just to keep growing the channel. So we've just peaked 2,500 subscribers, which I'm very grateful for. But how do I say that in the goal? I can't quite talk about it yet because there's a way I can answer what's going to happen with the channel. Hopefully, be the new year, I'll be able to release that information, tell everybody exactly what that's about. But the goal right now with the channel is I still want to teach people my way. There's a lot of fantastic information already on YouTube, but I just feel like I have a way I can teach it differently. And if that one person that watches that video learns something, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I certainly love your content. Yeah,
Thank you.
Very unique. So yeah, and also I have a question for the audience and for you too, if you want to answer. Well, I was thinking which content you'd rather on the channel, either like vlog style videos with the fish, like now, like doing all sorts of crazy videos like world's smallest fish tank, doing fish trap videos, that sort of stuff, or if I keep doing my informative videos, care guides and top 10s and that sort of stuff. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Because I'm curious and I've been thinking about it a lot lately to see.
So me and you are on the same we're in the same process of deciding how we make content and what content to make. So I've been lurking on your channel. I've been watching your stuff, and you've been sharing some great knowledge on the informative video. And I think if you've got an idea for a vlog style, go for it. Because it is, I've noticed that people tend to like the movement, because that's what I'm still learning on here is I want to get better at vlogging, but I feel like I'm terrible at it. It's one thing to put a camera on a tripod and talk to it. It's another thing to hold that camera, try and be interesting. So I'm trying to go on the hybrid method of half my content is an informative basis, half my content is a vlog style, and I'm trying to get out of the trap of I always have to be doing something different to be interesting. I think if people want to see what you're creating, so I think like fish trap, I would look into that. I would absolutely watch that and learn from that because I've never done a fish trap before. And you say your informative video, I've been watching them, and I've even learned some things about fish that I never knew before. So you have kept fish that I haven't kept that are kind of on my list to eventually keep. So I think what you're doing is working.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll probably do a mishmash of vlogs and normal videos. But yeah, I'm doing the Vlogmas now, so uploads every day until Christmas. So that's going to be a tough one.
I'm trying to do a post a day on Instagram till Christmas, but I can't do a daily video right now. Too busy.
Yeah. Well, at least this camera will probably, the new camera should do a good job at the vlogging, hopefully. But, yeah, a lot of people love that compared to the old phone I use. But yeah, so we got another question for you. What are your top 3 bucket list fish?
That's so hard to answer because I've had them kind of. I don't know what it's hard for me to say because I actually got asked this the other day is what's the next fish I want in the fish room. So I'll answer it this way because initially the very first bucket list fish for me was going to be the Mabu puffer. I've had it. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but it's at my local fish store. It's now like the store mascot. It's awesome. So for fish that I can keep in my current fish room, hands down, number one is some kind of Corridora. I'm really interested in breeding a Corridora right now. I'm debating between the orange laser Cory or the stir-by Cory. And the difference of those two is really going to come down to price. It's going to cost me anywhere from like $17 to $20 per fish on an orange laser, where I can get, the stir-bys for $5 to $10 per fish, depending on where I get it from. So kind of that's something on the back of my mind I'm thinking about. Because I just got black rams in my fish room, a good black ram. So I have to see what else would I say be next 2 bucket fish. All right, so the second one I would say is going to be the koi Madaka rice fish. I had some on order out of China, but then the pandemic hit, and I waited 9 months before I canceled my order. So it just got too long to wait. There was a lot of money tied up in fish that I had saved up for. So it'd be sweet if I could get the koi Madakas in my fish room. And my third one, what would be my third one? What's a bucket list fish I'd want to keep? What's something I regret? Actually, okay. Third one, and this is going to be odd. If I'm able to build another fish room, a larger fish room, I really want a Giardini arowana. I can't keep the Asians, so I really want a Giardini arowana and like a good 180-gallon tank with some nice like driftwood in it. Dim lighting. So I have in my mind what I want to do with it. and I really want to keep another like wet pet show fish. So I would say the Coradora, the rice fish, and a Jardine are kind of my top 3 bucket list fish right now.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing weird about the arowanas. I've always wanted one since first seeing one. But yeah, the biggest tank I have here is a 90 liter. So maybe when I can get my own house in 10 years, probably get a monster tank. But yeah, I like that list, and definitely some of them I'm looking forward to. And the Corys, something strange happened to one of. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Hold on for a second. I'm just gonna close the door to stop some laughter in the background. And I'm back. So yeah, we got this comment from Colin's Critic Cave. I thought it was a bit funny. How's the new camera working? I got jealous and ordered one myself. Hope you make it. Hope you're making a tutorial on it because I have 0 camera experience, lol, and 0 experience making / editing videos. Yep, definitely. I'll do a tutorial on the Sony ZV-1 for all of you.
It's a good little camera.
Yeah, works superb, but it's really simple to use, so I'll definitely do a tutorial on that. And also, I've thought of doing a tutorial on how I edit videos on iMovie, because that's where I edit all my videos down. What videos do you edit on?
So I started my channel. Everything was done with my phone, actually. Everything. I filmed, I edited. So iMovie came on my phone. So and then March of this year, I bought my first MacBook, my laptop. So I've been editing on iMovie. I actually still edit a little bit in iMovie if I'm in a rut, like a hurry, because I can edit faster. But I just recently picked up Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'm now in the process of teaching myself Premiere Pro, and it's a grind. So iMovie is like my for sure backup. I know I can use it. Premiere Pro is my new investment adventure, and it's a struggle so far, but that's what I'm working with.
Oh yeah, I was using a phone too. Yeah, it did, but the the videos I film with, it did still do well. So it doesn't really matter what you film with. It either if it's a phone or a new camera, because it's all about the actual content. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I edit on iMovie still, because nice and quick, and the old version of it is really good. It has lots of cool little editing shortcuts and stuff. So yeah, I also. Oh wait, is yours a laptop?
Yeah, so I have a.
You've cut out. What the? I have no idea what's happening here.
My back.
Whoa, what happened there?
So that's most likely on my end. My internet has been giving me major issues today. major issues today. So I apologize for that.
No worries. That happens a lot
But
here too.
M's trolling me because I did break my internet. I think my last live stream, I legit broke my internet. So M's trolling me.
Yeah, internet can be a pain nowadays. Is it how's like how's lockdown down there? Are you in lockdown or is it just chill?
So I'm not. I kind of, my situation is a little different than most people. So lockdowns in full effect. Actually, I mean it's bad out here, but since I work in law enforcement, I am considered an essential employee. So I have been at work this entire time. I have a lot of PPE, so personal protective equipment that I have to wear at work. If me and my wife do go out, we're wearing masks all the time. So I've actually never fully quarantined myself or been in a lockdown, mainly because I've had to keep going to work this entire time. So I've been very fortunate. I haven't been directly affected by it yet, but yeah, it's a weird thing where a lot of my family members went into a lockdown, but me and my wife we didn't, because I had to be going to work. There was no way for me to stop doing what I was doing.
Oh yeah, so probably wouldn't be much of a lockdown for you, just still at work like usual. We got another question. Oh, we got another question from Bright Blue number one. Try saying that 3 times. Bright Blue number one. Bright Blue number one. Bright. Yeah, hard. Why did you start YouTube and when?
So let's see. I started YouTube. It's going to come up on, I think February will be 4 years. Is what I think it'll be. So 4 years. I started it based off a recommendation of a friend. I started filling up a room in my old house with aquariums, and he finally pushed me one day. He's like, "Why don't you start a channel?" I was like, I don't know enough. And his response was, he's like, "Well, I think you should, because then you can make videos that you wished you had that you couldn't find." So I started it kind of on a let's try this. And then as I started trying it and learning it, it became another higher learning for me, if you want to say, of something new I could learn, something new I could actually try, do. Now it's turned into, I really enjoy the people I get to interact with, like yourself, the people I've met through this. So I first started it to try and share my experiences and show people that you could do this hobby inexpensively, because there's so many people on YouTube that are just flashy. They teach you that you have to have the biggest aquariums, the most expensive fish, where my eyes have been open to the options you can do with a 10-gallon tank is incredible. It actually is.
Yeah, I like your thinking. Yeah, the reason I started a YouTube channel was to inform people, but I kind of pretend started it ages ago. I guess 2 years ago. I just got a camera lying around, and I just made my own videos with it without even uploading it to anywhere, just playing out videos. And I do all sorts of Polka Pharaoh inspired videos, which that I don't but I only started a year ago on YouTube. I managed to persuade my parents to let me have one, and it's actually worked out well. So
you've done good. You have done good, and I would encourage you to keep going. We need. It's good to see somebody of your caliber. I'm gonna say age, not as a bad thing, but as age, in this hobby, is passionate about this hobby as you are. I think it's great.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm so into it too. I mean, at school. Well, actually, I have a question. Do you eat fish?
Yes, I love it. Seafood is amazing.
I know. I think that too. Seafood is my favorite food, but everyone at my school is just like, why would you eat fish and then also care for fish?
I tell people that if my fish are getting unruly, I eat fish sticks right in front of them to remind them who's boss.
Fish sticks, what are those?
Deep fried fish that's terrible. Don't eat them. Eat fresh fish. Trust me. Don't do fish sticks.
Yeah, I'm sure fresh fish tastes better. Do you go fishing much?
I used to a lot in the summer and winter. I do a lot of ice fishing, so I'm hoping to get back out on the ice this winter. Oddly enough, I prefer ice fishing over fishing in the summer. It's just kind of my personal preference. But yeah, a couple years ago, I was out weekly. Now I'm going to try to get out at least twice a month this winter.
Yeah. Yeah, fishing is really fun. Yeah. How long have you been in the hobby though? That's a big question I bet lots of people would ask.
5 years this month. So that fish tank that my wife bought me for our first Christmas together is actually what started my hobby. Little did she know it would expand to where it is today, but she's been incredibly supportive of me. So I'm very glad she did buy me that first tank. It's given me something fun to work with.
Yeah. We got Radal said, you can threaten your fish, spawn, or you're next. And then Trent said,
why do you think the cribs are spawning?
Oh, that's a funny concept. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say again. This is the most annoying thing. Well, while I remember, let's just update on the chat, see who's in, see what people are saying behind our backs. William Pridemore is in the house. Hello, he said. How you doing? Chubbs Aquatics. How you doing, John? Fisher's Aquatics World is here again. Hey, how's it going, Fisher? And then there's just a lot of greetings. Fisher said new mic, Laz. No, this is actually what I record all my videos with. This thing right here. So, I just changed spots today, for a few reasons. So, yeah, that's. Well. Sorry, that was my dad.
It's all right.
Then Bright Blue number 1 said, I started my channel in 2018 with these horrible videos. Yeah, I guess when you do look back at your old videos, they are pretty bad. I looked back at my old videos the other day. Man, it's changed. But and then Radal said you've certainly done a good job, lads, and definitely you too, Trent. Your content's really, gone super interesting, like unique.
Thank you.
Unique, those. That's what I like.
Well, we say that we look back on those videos, and sure, I look back on my first ones and I cringe too. But the fact is that we've all had to start somewhere. We one day we got, like you said, you got that courage to pick up the phone and make a couple of videos. You never released them. I still have videos on my hard drive that I have not released yet. They're not up to my quality. I don't feel comfortable about them, but we all start somewhere. So I get a few people that'll ask me too of what's your recommendation to start a YouTube channel. And I refer to, there's a tech channel I watch called Think Media, and their intro, you just got to press record. So that's what I tell people is you just have to record something. Then in time, now lately I've been really trying to learn and focus on lighting, camera angles. I was fortunate enough to be able to buy, a GoPro to where I can do different angles. And I still remind myself that my phone's in my pocket. I use this for B-roll some days. So and then I watch your content, I watch other people's content, and I always try to see something new. What's something you did that I want to try now? What's a camera angle you got that I think I can try to up my quality? So I'm learning every day.
Yeah, if you can put your cameras in all sorts of weird spots that can turn out really well. Yeah, back in lockdown, since we're not really much in lockdown anymore, we got 0 cases for the past month.
It's good.
Geez, Victoria has done a great job. But yeah, so I did a lot of researching on YouTube, like how to grow a YouTube channel, and kept coming up on YouTube like sub for sub, ask people to sub to your channel, they sub to yours, and I tried that, but you know what it does? You gain those subscribers, but then YouTube just takes them off. Oh, jeez. Sorry. YouTube just wipes them out because they know they're fake. Plus, they are fake too. That's the thing. So, yeah, but I tried to make a really good thing. So I decided uploading every day. If I up my content, and the new camera should do it as well. But if I upload every, sorry, excuse me for a second.
Quick, while I was gone. Let's talk all the things we can about him. No, kidding.
Oh, no,
I wasn't trolling you too hard, I promise.
Don't worry. I trust you. In fact, actually, that made me thirsty. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a glass of water. Be back.
I recognize a few people in the chat, but we got some new people in there. But there's one, I think it was Colin. I think you asked a question. Colin Critter Cave. Any tips on breeding endlers? Laz may have some different ideas than me, but my recommendation: put a whole bunch of floating plants in the tank and add water, and you will watch your numbers grow. I know he can always watch a replay. That's why I say Laz is a good kid. He's for his age to pick up a camera and do what he's doing. That's awesome. Like, come on. I think it's fantastic that he reached out to me to come on to his channel. So I want him to have the show on this one. I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I'm talking with the kid from Australia. How cool is that? I'm just from Utah of places. How to breed guppies easy? Same thing, actually, is my recommendation. A lot of floating plants and a lot of food. They will crank fry out. So I have Blue Star Endlers in a 10-gallon tank with some floating guppy grass. I think they have like 200 of that tank right now. If you don't want to do floating plants, something like Pogo Stemon, let's get a big bushy plant.
I keep on muting. I keep muting myself and then I talk, and it's so awkward. So were you just talking about breeding guppies?
Guppies and endlers, and we're also talking about how cool it is that you're from Australia and I'm just from Utah. So you got a one up there.
Just from Utah? No, Utah's pretty cool. That was a setting in Indiana Jones one movie.
It is true. That is definitely true.
Yeah. Have you seen Indiana Jones?
I've seen all of them. Yep.
Very good. Okay, so I've got to catch up on this chat here. Jeez, this is big. Fisher said I've never seen that mic in my life. Oh, that's because I do voiceovers with this mic. That's why. Anyway, hello, Chubbs Aquatics. I think I already said hello. S is in the house. How are you going, S? What else? Well, yeah, my tips for breeding guppies. Just, all you need is the guppies and water, and you're good to go. They're that easy. So, yeah. Although, when you have them in a small tank, it can be a bit harder to breed them. Whereas the bigger the tank, they seem to breed a lot easier because, they'll be a lot more happy.
Oh, it looks like you drew my wife into the chat. She's now talking about Indiana Jones.
Does she like that show? I mean, movie?
I think so. I don't know. She probably likes it for Harrison Ford other than anything else.
Very great actor. Indiana Jones is an American staple. Yeah. Very true. So, um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a. I just want to share with you guys something. There is a website. I'm sure some of you know it, but it's it's a fun little site. Um, it's called Tropical Fish Forums. Not sure if you guys know it, but I am a member on it, and you can see right here. So this is the Safari. So all you go search in is fish. Oh, so yeah, it's fishforums.net, but it's a really cool fish forums website, I guess, where you can, if you have any problems or any questions about fish, you can just ask. You just gotta sign in. You just gotta be approved, and yeah, it's that easy. And then you can also enter these competitions, as you can see in here. I'm not sure you can see, but yeah, it can be really fun, and yeah, just a really great community. I thought I'd just share it today because I'm active on that every once in a while, so it'd be nice to see some of you on there. And yeah, you can also share your YouTube content if you do want some new viewers on your channel. Definitely will do good. And then there's actually one other fish forum website. Some of you, I bet all of you probably already know it, but it's I don't know what the website's called, but it's an aquarium co-op forum. I know you, Trent, is probably on this forum.
I am. It's hard to remember to be active on every social media platform, but I definitely I've posted some things on there. If it's not an app on my phone, I tend to forget about it. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to be more active on there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm also terrible at being active on fish forums, especially. I don't know why, but yeah, YouTube is enough of social media for me. But yeah, this is a great website too. Great community, and you might even get to meet Corey from Aquarium Co-op on there too. But yeah, I'm not signed in on Safari here, but yeah, that's those. So I just want to share them. Hopefully, our mod will put the link to these websites in the Oh yeah, he already has. Medal's already done that. Good to see.
Otherwise, you'll be shut down and your camera will be.
Anyway, sorry about that. So how much longer are you going to be able to come on, Trent?
I got about 10 more minutes.
Perfect. So do I. So yeah. Ooh, let's catch up on the live chat again. Hopefully there's some good ones. Hey, Utah is cool. America is cool. Fisher said, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've always wanted to visit America. I mean, there's a few American students at my school, so I kind of have an idea on an American accent, but it's not that good. Riddell said, Are you two more into the science side of fish keeping or the aesthetic side?" Okay, what does he mean by aesthetic?
How does it look? Do you like to do the science thing of like testing water, breeding, like learning how fish react in their environment, or is it calming and pleasing and it's how it looks of it, like a big aquascape tank or that kind of a thing.
Actually, I like both. I'm into both because the chemistry in a fish tank, like I'm becoming I'm getting into like the plants, live plants and stuff now, as well as fish. And I traded some of my fry the other day for some plants, and yeah, I'm just growing my knowledge on that. But yeah, first of all, I love the look. It is an incredible sight. It's love at first sight, and then looking, and then like just the water tests. Trying to find diseases in the fish. Learning about this sort of stuff is also really cool. What about you, Trent?
I'd say so this is a hard one. It's like the 90-gallon behind me is actually one of the really only aquascape tanks I have. I like the science side of it is I'm going to say for me, it's learning the environments fish like to breed in. So learning, like, for example, my crebensis, I had zero success with an albino group I had a few months back. But as soon as I added some sand substrate, put a cave in there and turned that cave to a corner, I had breeding success. So for me, the science part of it is learning what's going to trigger a fish to breed. Because I have tanks down in the fish room. I don't think I've tested water in any of those but one at one time. So I rarely do water tests.
Yeah, so do I. I kind of just tell if there's something up by looking at the fish. That's really the best way, and especially if you're experienced. So let's see. Dinner time. Be back soon. Okay, Colin. No worries. Bright Blue said, I'm going to set up a set for my upcoming video. I'll look out for that. And Bright Blue said, cheerio, bye. Carisha said, remember, babe, you can make any site an app on the iPhone.
That's my wife, in case you're wondering. She's teasing me.
Oh. Okay. Good to know. Then you said I have made it an app, but it is remembering to do it. Instagram is fast and easy. Yep, I agree. Chubbs Aquatics asks, what is your newest fish or fish project?
So I guess since he's here and we're near a stream, I'll release the little I'll release some information. So I actually got a new pair of fish from my local fish store. So Lewis, owner of the waterfront, gave them to me to work on breeding them. Never had them before. So it's a Tanganyikan fish. It's one of the Juliachromis species. I think the Julies, I'm pretty sure. But it's the Gombe transcriptus. A gentleman brought in a breeding pair, and Lewis called me, asked me if I wanted to work with them. So that is the newest fish in the fish room and probably my newest project. I still got a few more aces up my sleeve I haven't talked about yet. But yeah, Chubbs, that's what I'm working on right now is a breeding pair of Gombe transcriptus Juliachromis. And it's another one I'm really looking forward to because apparently from the previous owner, the parents will raise the fry in the tank, which will definitely help me out on space right now.
Yeah, I love the Julies. Done a little bit of research on them, but yeah, I'm gonna look out on your channel if you do any. If you show it on your channel, that'll be cool.
They will. My goal with them right now is I want to see if I can get them to breed and try and document that process as much as I can, so I can, teach people hey, I got these fish into my possession. Here's what I did. Here's what worked for me. Now let's see if we can't replicate that breeding procedure in somebody else's fish room.
Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, Murdal said, can we see you guys do an accent of the other country? For example, Laz try an American accent and Trent try an Australian one. That'll be funny. Okay, who wants to go first?
Well, I guess this could be my parting gift to your stream. This is going to be terrible. Let's see, an Australia accent.
Yeah,
I want to do
mine's terrible.
Australian. So, all right, let me think. I gotta channel my inner Crocodile Dundee. You may be too young to know who that is.
Oh no, I've watched it. Yeah, at least I've
Let's see
watched the
here.
good original ones. Very good.
This will be Yes, and this will be my downfall for sure. I don't do voices. I think here. Good day, mate. Do you see that crocodile down there by the water? You call that a knife? This is a knife.
Oh yeah, okay. Very good. Yeah, I guess. But no, mate. It's not how you do it, mate. Anyway, mate. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try. Okay. This is gonna be bad, but I don't think it even is an American accent. It's just like my impersonation. Hello, I'm American. I play soccer and it's so fun. I'm like totally cool and radical. Like the surfs are doing awesome today. Like what else, dude? That's my American accent.
For most of the American people, that's spot on. I'm gonna give you a round of applause on that one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, a bit of stereotype in there, but need to put in some good stuff. Oh, let's see what the audience reaction was. Radal said, yes, this will be Trent's downfall. Lol. And then Carisha said, oh, this will be good. Radal said, bunch of laughing emojis. Fisher did a bunch of laughing emojis. Carisha said, dying laughter. And S did a bunch of... Everyone's just doing a bunch of laughing emojis. Okay, that's a good reaction. Wait, do it one more time. Do your accent one more time. It's so funny.
My accent one more time?
Yeah.
Here. Was Siri speaking in... Hey, Siri, speak in an Australian accent for me. Siri can't even do it. All right. One more time, and then I gotta get out of here for the night. Let's see. Yeah. What else can I talk about there? I gotta think, like, what's the crocodile hunter always say? What are you doing there? I'll go to what I got here. So good night, mate. You down from down under? Well, you see down there, we gotta find ourselves a crocodile, but you gotta bring a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Actually, that wasn't bad.
No, don't mock me. It's terrible. Let's be honest here.
Okay, it's funny. It's funny. Well, good impersonation, but yeah, I guess this is where we have to wrap up today's stream, sadly. It's been a fun one, for sure. Radal said, Trent, your next stream better be done with this accent. Yeah, this is a great way to finish, but yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks, Trent, for your time coming on to the Fish Fantasy Show, I guess.
Thank you for having me. This was very enjoyable.
Yes, for me too, definitely. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please smash that like button, and if you're new to this channel, just go subscribe. It's not that hard. Yeah. So, I guess I'll see you all in the Wednesday live stream, as this is our usual schedule, the Wednesday and Saturday. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for the locals as well, and stay safe, everyone. Have a good day, and let's finish off with the countdown.